What a beautiful teamers here. It's Thursday, then it's time for my opening side streaming segment where I talk about the films and shows that are premiering this week, whether they'll be in theaters or streaming. Alright, here's what's coming out. One film that just came out today, and I of course saw it, and I'll post my review up here in a bit. That is Godzilla vs. Kong, and holy cow, bit of a spoiler, the movie was pretty good. I'll talk more about it in depth in my review, but I know it was really fun, entertaining, cool visual effects, awesome flick, and yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, it's in theaters and it's also on HBO Max. Give it a shot. All right. Also coming to theaters this week, we got a movie titled French Exit, which stars Michelle Pfeiffer as this widow New York socialite and her aimless son, played by Lucas Hedges, who moves to Paris after she spends the last of her husband's inheritance. This actually looks pretty decent. You got Michelle Pfeiffer, Lucas Hedges. You got Tracy Letts, who actually, by the way, voices a cat. There's that. But it does look like it'd be really interesting. So I'll give this one a go. All right. Also coming there this week, we got a horror film titled The Unholy. Now, The Unholy follows Alice, a young hearing impaired girl who, after a supposed visitation from the Virgin Mary, is inexplicably able to hear, speak, and heal the sick. As word spreads and people from near and far flock to witness her miracles, a disgraced journalist played by Jeffrey D. Morgan, hoping to revive his career, visits the small New England town to investigate when terrifying events begin to happen all around. He starts to question if these phenomena are the works of the Virgin Mary or something more sinister. Now the trailer looks okay. I mean, it's pretty much it's a religious horror film. Sometimes you know where you get with those things. So you got Jeffrey D. Morgan, who's always pretty cool. So maybe it'll be good. Who knows? All right, coming to Netflix, we got a film titled Concrete Cowboy. Now, here's what this film's about. A teenager played by Stranger Things star Kale MacLachlan discovers the world of urban horseback riding when he moves in with his estranged father in North Philadelphia. This looks really decent. You got Idris Elba. It is nice to see Kale MacLachlan making more stuff outside Stranger Things. It could be really interesting to watch. I mean, it has been getting some pretty good reviews because people saw it from like a couple of film festivals, so maybe it'll be something decent. Alright, coming to theaters and VOD, we got a movie titled Every Breath You Take about a psychiatrist's life gets turned upside down when a patient takes her own life and he introduces her brother to his own family. Now, this stars Casey Affleck, Michelle Monaghan, and Sam Claflin. It looks really decent. Casey Affleck is always good. This definitely looks like those throwback thrillers you see from the 90s. So, interesting here. Alright. There's also a movie called Say Your Prayers about two hapless evangelicals tasked with killing the world's most famous secularist at a literary festival. Okay. Speak of a faith-based film, we got The Girl Who Believes in Miracles which is pretty much about this a young girl who a lot of people are thinking like this a young girl is the second coming of God, that she could pretty much heal people and stuff like that. So interesting right there. We also got a movie called The Oak Room. While a drifter tries to settle an odd debt with a grizzled bartender by telling him a story, the night's events quickly spin into dark tale of mistaken identities, double crosses, and shocking violence. Okay. We also got a movie called The Ravine about on a weekend morning in a peaceful suburb of Akron, Ohio. The town awakens to discover that Rachel Turner and her son Evan had been brutally murdered during the night. A short while later, Danny Turner is found in his in his car at the bottom of the ravine after having taken his own life. Now, this stars a former Superman actor, Dean Cain. You also got Terry Polo. I'm not really too thrilled with the sound with the film because, for one, it's from the same guy who did gave us a couple of bad Steven Seagal movies. So this is pretty much like another home video based film. So yeah. All right. Also coming out this week, got a film titled Shiver Wife, which stars Rachel Sennott as Danielle, a directionless young bisexual woman who runs into her sugar daddy Max, played by Danny Desfari, at a Shiva Jewish mourning period for her bereaved with her family, including her parents Joe and David, played by Fred Melamed and Polly Draper. Other attendees includes Danielle's successful ex-girlfriend Molly, played by ex-girlfriend Maya, played by Molly Gordon, and Max's Shiska wife Kim, played by Diane Agron. With their screaming baby in tow, Toby arises. I saw the trailer for this. This looks really interesting, so could be really cool. Now we do got a couple of TV shows that are premiering. Like we got season 2 of Creep Show on Shudder, which I'm gonna check out here in a bit. We got HBO Max's new series, Made for Love, about a woman who is on the run after 10 years in the suffocating marriage to a tech billionaire who has implanted a monitoring device in her brain, allowing him to track her, watch her, and know her emotional data as she tries to regain her independence. Now, this stars Kristen Malai, who recently appeared in Palm Springs. Billy Mayus is in this. You got Ray Romano. It looks really decent, so I'll give this one a go. On Netflix, we got a series titled The Serpent, about the twisting real-life story of Charles Sabra, a murderer, thief, and seductive master of disguise who was a hidden darkness in the mid-1970s on Asia's hippie trial. Now, this stars Tahar Rahim, who was just seen in that film, The Mortarian. For you Doctor Who fans, it also stars Jenna Coleman. So, I saw the previews for this. I do quite like good true story-based film, true stories, so could be interesting in here. But that's pretty much all. Speaking of strange things, Gaten the one who plays Dustin, Gaten, I forgot his name, Maraza, I think his name is. He actually, returns to Netflix for the season 2 of his prank encounters thing. So there's that too. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Which of these are you interested in checking out? Are you interested in checking out Godzilla vs. Kong, The Unholy, French Exit, Creep Show Season 2? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Simu signing out.